Now in the news, they've dealt with a slew of emotions this year on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, anxieties of their own and the world, to be quite honest. But thankfully, through it all, they provided a safe space like none other. Let's count down our 2020 Top 5 Talk It Out Tuesday moments with the Rickey Smiley Morning Show's counselor, Yanetta Spring. Rolling in here at number 5, it's time to hit the reset button.
I'm going to jump right into it, and I'm going to share 3 ways for you to reset your boundaries, right? The first thing is to pay attention to how you feel now and then how you feel after, not how you used to feel, because sometimes I think we can be operating on expired boundaries or an outdated narrative. We can think just because we've always done something a certain way that that's the way it always needs to be done, and that's not, necessarily the case. So we got to be able to look at people, look at places, and look at things that bring us joy, that recharge us, that give us a sense of purpose. And then we also have to be able to look at people, places, and things that burn us out, right? Or that leave us feeling drained and undervalued. And if that's happening, we may need to make some adjustments around those things. The second thing is to make a schedule, right? So when you can't set boundaries with yourself, it makes it really difficult for you to set boundaries with others, okay? So you have to be able to know how to tell yourself no sometimes, right? And number 3 is a way that you can determine if you need to tell somebody no. And it's basically giving yourself time and space, right? So tell people, I'll get back with you on that. Right? And then give them a time frame. Don't be avoidant and just leave people hanging, and ignoring them. Tell people, I'll get back with you on that tomorrow, or I'll get back with you on that next week. Because every request is not an emergency.
Absolutely.
Right.
So, so sometimes
we got to be able to put some time and space between our yeses and our nos.
Coming in at number 4, the show's Gary with the T has a therapy session live on air.
Gary, what brings you in today?
Well, I don't know. I haven't been able to sleep at night. I've been having a lot of racing thoughts. I've been staying up late at night, and I was wondering, what was that about? Because the other day at school, which I'm gonna tell you what happened to me initially at school, it was like I just went. It's not berserk, so to speak, but I was like craving just sweets or whatever. I never forget, I went to the cafeteria and I was craving some sweets, so I was just trying to, eat all the cinnamon rolls in the damn cafeteria. So eventually they called my dad and had my dad come to pick me up from school. My dad was wondering, he asked me, was I on drugs or anything like that, because, I had never done nothing like that before. So they took me to the doctor. And it's funny though, Yanetta, because one people got to realize bipolar could be diagnosed with like anything, because they thought I had hypoglycemia. That's what the doctor initially said, because, I guess from the way I was acting and the blood sugar and all, they thought, that's what was going on and blah, blah, blah. So nevertheless, and my dad asked me was I on drugs and whatever, and I'm like, no, I'm not on drugs. So, but they diagnosed hypoglycemia. So it went from hypoglycemia to my mama getting up in the morning, making me breakfast every morning before I went to school and what have you and stuff. And it faded away, And then about maybe less than a year later, I had moved to Houston, and I had another episode, where my friends found me wrapped up in a blanket in a corner, because they hadn't heard from me in a couple of days, and they found me wrapped up in a blanket. So initially they brought me to the hospital here. When I woke up in the hospital, I was on the psych floor.
How
old was you when that happened?
I was like 20. And then
20 when that happened.
Yeah. And then so I stayed in the hospital like for about a week or so, and then my parents came, got me out, and I went, the doctor, told them some things, honey, and this was diagnosed as bipolar. So I did that for a while, and I went good for a while, and then I moved to Dallas, and it happened again.
Wow. Okay.
But nevertheless,
for you.
Pardon?
Has been going on for a while. I said, it sounds like this journey it's been a lot of up and downs. It's been going on for a while. From when you were younger, with the eating, and now all the way up until now, it sounds like now you're having racing thoughts and having a hard time sleeping.
Yeah, well, now I'm not really, I just have stuff. But right now it's amazing that I could control it because I've been through it so long. Because, initially when when they gave me the different medicines, I was on Cogentin, Escalate, and Narvane. I was walking down the street like a zombie.
Wow.
You know, and my neighbors told my parents, y'all need to take him to another hospital. So they took me to another hospital. At least I took myself. I went to MHMR, mental health, mental retardation. And I went there and I, told the doctor, nevertheless, they changed the medicine. They put me on lithium. And I've been on lithium now for like 30 years.
Here at number 3, it's time we cease the shouldy thinking.
Shouldy thinking.
Oh,
okay,
shouldy.
You gotta
Okay, yeah.
Because it sounds like something else, but we're not cussing. Yeah.
Shouldy thinking. Shouldy thinking. And what do you mean by that?
So shouldy thinking, I know we all have experienced that person that's telling somebody you should do this or you should be doing that. Or sometimes we have been that person towards others, or we could be that person to ourselves. So I wanted to highlight shouldy thinking because it really can be harmful in the way of increasing our depression, our anxiety, feelings of anger, disappointment, and guilt, especially around the holiday season. Having that expectation that things should be a certain way or things shouldn't be the way that they are. So I wanted to kind of highlight that because I'm pretty sure y'all have had that experience when you have shoulded on yourself or other people.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show's The Brat shares how therapy helps. It's number 2.
No, I'm not the therapist, but when I did go to therapy, after I got in trouble, it helps because you internalize everything and everything builds up. And at some point, you have to release that stuff because if you don't, it will come out at the wrong time and you will end up in trouble or possibly in prison like I did. Like I dealt with the death of my 2 grandmothers. All kinds of stuff was going on. My mom was sick and just, just life's issues. And before I knew it, I ended up in prison because I had never talked to anybody because, like you said, it's not cool to go tell people your problems, what happened in this house, stay in this house, and it just builds up and internalizes, and you reach a boiling point, and it comes out at the wrong place at the wrong time, unfortunately.
And landing in at number 1, how to detach from toxic people and situations.
These are some things to look for to just determine if this is a toxic situation or something I need to leave in last year. And that is like if you are in a situation where you feel like you constantly have to fix a problem.
Right.
Where you're compromising your values, your morals, you have to cover things up, you have to hide stuff or lie for people. If you feel like you're drained after you're around that person, you ever have a situation or a person where whenever you're in their space, you feel drained or you dread being around them, that could be a toxic situation, really paying attention to your mood, right? So if you're with them or after you leave them, you're feeling sad, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling angry or irritable, really paying attention to that. And then situations that are just chaotic and dramatic, where it's rooted in gossip or judgment. Those are the type of situations that, we would consider to be toxic. One thing to look for that a lot of people don't look for is those situations, those people or places or things where we feel like we have to prove ourselves or we have to impress others, or you go out of your way to be accepted. That can get you in a compromising state. So being aware of those. And ultimately, people who don't respect your no, because we know boundaries are so important. If they don't respect your no, it could be a toxic situation.
Absolutely. Right.
For these Talk It Out Tuesday moments and more, subscribe to Rickey Smiley's YouTube at Rickey Smiley Official. For now, the news desk, I'm Twan the Don with Twan 360's breaking news.
Hey, what up? Facebook, good morning. How y'all feeling? I hope y'all feeling great. I got something on my mind this morning. Y'all gonna be mad about this because you really ain't gonna like this right here. All you good old church folks. You're not gonna like this at all. If you in ministry a certain kind of way, if you in ministry or you a minister or a saint, you might not like this post, cause I'm finna let it go. And I'll probably after I say this right here, I'll probably never get invited to perform, speak, or enter another church again. Right? So leave your comments on here. This is gonna be in. So this past weekend, I go to Florida. I had a lot of drama in Florida this weekend. Somebody broke. I woke up to a criminal on my boat trying to rob me at 2 o'clock in the morning. As a matter of fact, they caught him, and he's in jail or whatever. So my sister, I got 3 sisters, Sonia, Tab, Lestine. We grew up next door to each other in the projects or whatever, you know. I knew them before Sonia Bell was born. I remember her mom was pregnant with her, and Lestine was a baby. Tab was my sister's age, and I grew up with their older brother, Jacob, who is deceased. So, yes, I did get my key back, Ashley. Thank you. As a matter of fact, they caught the criminal the next day on somebody else's boat, and the guy that owned the marina said, "Hey, where's Rickey Smiley's key?" He's like, "He's going to bike right here." So I did get my key back so I can ride my bike again. I got a little bike with electric bike that I ride. So my sister Lestine is Prophetess Lestine Bell. She's been a minister over 20 years. She used to be in the streets. We used to go to Park West to the club. Every week we hung out. And, she had got in trouble with the law a couple of times when she was out there in the streets. And she said what stopped her from being in the streets, she came home one night and walked past her grandmother's room. And her grandmama was on her knees praying. And she said when she saw her grandmama on her knees praying, immediately she changed her life over and gave her life over to God. And she been in, and now she's a minister. Saved my life through through my lowest. She was there for me through my lowest. Was counseling me. I was going to Bible study every week or whatever. So, long story short, she's a flight attendant now, but she's a minister. So she said, "Hey, are you going to be in Miami?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to be in Miami." So she meet me in Miami, and I got a niece, Melissa. We all go out on a boat ride, to go from Fort Lauderdale to Miami. So going from Fort Lauderdale to Miami, I'm rocking. We playing hip hop music or whatever. So I made a video with my video. I don't know what video she made, but I think I was playing, I don't know whatever I was playing, but I know one video I was playing Young M.A., because that's one of my favorite rappers, where it is, where they at though. You call it stepping in, I call it helping in. Hey, I love that. That's one of my favorite hip hop songs because of the beat. So some of her followers and church folks started going on her page, blowing her up about how she out on the boat listening to that kind of music. And people don't understand, you can enjoy a hip hop song if the song got a good vibe to it. You don't necessarily have to agree with the words. There are some songs that I don't really care for the words, but I like the beat. And I like the way the beat and the music make me feel. I like Taste. You know what I'm saying? By I think that's Travis Scott, and I like yeah. That's one of my favorites. And I love not Takeoff, not whatever. That's one of my favorites. I just love hip hop. I'm a hip hop fan. I can love God and listen to the hip hop music. So why do y'all think that? So we playing hip hop music and she on somebody else's boat. So we all dancing and having a good time. And just because she a minister, what you think she's supposed to be in the corner with a Bible praying? You're a freaking idiot. And people like you are the reason that people have ran from the church. Judgmental people. I wouldn't even want your prayers. I don't want you to pray for me. I don't want you to pray with me. I look at you just like I look at them white Christians that support Donald Trump and follow Paula White. You are the worst type of people. Like when people trying to relax and unwind. And believe it or not, my best friend is a bishop, Bishop Joseph Walker. He is the presiding bishop of Full Gospel. When we go fishing, we go out on the boat, what you think we listen to? Shirley Caesar? What you think we listen to? Mahalia Jackson? When I hang out with my brothers at the club, I got a lot of frat brothers that's pastors and Kappas that's pastors or whatever. Man, they don't be wanting to hear that. You think they don't want to hear no cussing every now and then? Because I'm going to be myself. That's why I'm their friend. I'm not right here. Yes, Bishop. Bishop, would you like some tea? Yes, Bishop. Bishop, do you need a cloth? Yes, Bishop. The son is like, do you want to say a prayer before the sunset, Bishop? Yeah, man, they just want to have a good time. Man, don't nobody be on that. Don't nobody be on that but you old crazy ass church folks. God, you done already prayed that morning before you got on the boat, man. God ain't got time to be bothered with you all day. God got other things to do. Y'all are the biggest hypocrites ever to judge somebody because they listening to hip hop music on a boat because she a minister, and the audacity of you to go on her page and say anything to her about what makes her happy. That's crazy. When me and Pastor Brian get there, man, my pastor at my church, Pastor Brian, man, they don't want to hear that stuff, bruh. We just got through listening we got through singing Kirk Franklin and all them church songs, man. Man, you don't think pastors like hip hop? We sitting up here playing Sting. You ain't even listen to the whole playlist. We playing Sting. We playing Supertramp. We playing Fleetwood Mac, Steely Dan, Marvin Gaye. And then I started jumping off that doggone hip hop, Snow Allegra. You don't think preachers like Snow Allegra? You don't think pastors like, come on. So what you think pastors supposed to do? That's why a lot of ministers are depressed and a lot of ministers commit suicide, fooling with y'all. Judgmental church folks and just judgmental, period. You ain't got no business going on nobody's page criticizing them about what makes them happy. If you don't like it, keep scrolling. I see stuff on Facebook. I have never, out of all of the years of social media, I ain't never went on nobody's personal page and put in what I don't like. You stupid. You know what you look like? You look like it offend me that you got 6 chairs to your table instead of 4. They in their house. Who are you to tell somebody else what to do and judge them based upon what they doing in their space? You an idiot. And don't come for my sister. She been out here. She done saved so many women's lives. She done helped so many people. And because she on a boat having a good time, I'm over the music list. It's my iPad. And she jamming to the beat. She don't know the words to that song, and you know she don't know the words to that song. You're a freaking idiot to sit up there and criticize somebody because they're a pastor, because they listen to hip hop or listen to R&B. That ain't gonna deem them to hell. And who are you to judge? You don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in. Who are you to judge? I'm telling you, man, I bet pastors can come on here. Pastors are already on this live right now, naming their favorite hip hop song. I want every pastor to be bold enough to come on this page and type in your favorite hip hop song or your favorite song before you found God. And just because you found God, that don't mean you don't still put that it still ain't on your playlist. Because every now and then, you done just left a sad funeral. You want to turn up. You done ate some dry ass macaroni and cheese at a repast and some y'all know them string beans at the repast don't have no seasoning in it. They don't put no Miss Dash in there. They don't put no onion powder in that stuff. All that food don't be seasoned right at the repast. You done already buried somebody at the cemetery. Now you got to go eat some dry. This is Baptist macaroni and cheese. The new macaroni and cheese is full gospel. The creamy macaroni and cheese. Don't nobody eat no Baptist macaroni and cheese that you got to cut in squares like it's a freaking brownie. Stop judging folks, being so holy and endowed. What did you do before you got saved? Before you got saved, well, okay, you saved. Well, why you got 7 kids? What you do to get them 7 kids? Frickle-lee, frickle-lee. Listening to P. Pablo, frickle-lee, twerking before twerking was out. Man, y'all need to stop, man. Yeah, don't play with me. Don't come to nobody, none of these pastors, not just my sister. Don't go to none of these pastors. If you see Smokey Norfolk listening to jazz, I never forget one time we was at a jazz club in Dallas a long time ago. Fred Hammond out there listening to the jazz band, having a glass of wine, and people, well, what you think he supposed to do? Don't nobody want to play church music all day. I don't want to play hip hop all day. I don't want to play jazz all day. I switch it up. Stop, even outside of ministry, stop going on other people's page judging them. If you don't like what they do, all you have to do is this right here. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. You done got mad at just the comedian Justin Whitehead, and I don't care what you say. I don't care if it offend you or not. He make videos where he watched My 600-Pound Life, and he's sitting there making videos. The only thing he doing is saying what you're thinking. So what you mad at him for? If you don't like the video he making, it is a TV show. It is My 600-Pound Life. So you do be like, damn, why she keep eating? Well, damn, why he keep bringing her the food? Well, damn, how she gonna fit in that car? Well, damn, how they gonna make it to Houston? He only saying what you already thinking, but you so holy and endowed, and you so offended. You can't believe he's saying that. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Them videos comedian Justin be making is funny as hell. When we imitate white people, you god darn right, you laugh at that. When Brad imitate Asian people, you laugh at that. But when it's something that affect you and don't make you feel good, all of a sudden your panties is in a bunch. Y'all crazy. Some of y'all crazy. You ain't no different than them radical right-wing white Christians that talk about Jesus has picked Donald Trump. That video is funny, and if you don't like certain kind of humor, don't watch it. But we don't need your opinion. We don't care. We ain't on your page. We're not soliciting you to watch anything that comedians do. You don't have to watch and support nobody ministry. Go support another preacher that don't listen to hip hop. If you know a preacher out there that don't listen to hip hop music, that don't like hip hop music, that can't dance and stuff, and up there with them suits on, with them big ass cuffs and them square-toed gator shoes and preach for 3 hours, go to his Facebook Live. Cause my pastor at my church, he turned up. Pastor Kelvin Bryant, he turned up. And he's funny, and he's real, and he said, I like to go to the casino. He said, I don't go no more. Man, Pastor Bryant is hilarious. That's why I go to that church. I don't need nobody that's so serious, man. And to the point where you can't have fun, you can't laugh, you can't dance, you can't sing. You can't dance to Shirley Caesar. Look at what Pastor Walter Solomon on here said, Holy Grail, Jay-Z. That's what I'm talking about. You can preach to me because I can relate to you. You see what I'm saying? You can't dance. You can't. How you gonna dance? What you gonna slow dance to? I remember mama and the love that she gave. In our direction, I can still hear my mama's face. What you supposed to slow dance to that? Okay, if you're a Christian and you're gonna make love to, what you supposed to make love to? Since I met Jesus, it's been a burning, oh, such a burning, deep down within. What you supposed to make love to? His yoke is easy and his burdens are light. No, you don't want to make love to that. You want to make love, I beat that bitch with a bat. I beat that. No, I'm just joking. You don't have to make love to that, but I'm just saying. Y'all need to relax. Stay on people's page, man. And if your pastor don't like hip hop, that's why I love Pastor Freddie Haynes. He can quote any hip hop artist in the country and take it and make it relatable and make something positive out of some hip hop lyrics or R&B lyrics. Learn to have fun. Now you can't. You can make love to Yolanda Adams music. Yolanda Adams and had a couple of songs that you could actually. You can make love to Yolanda Adams music. Yolanda Adams got a couple of songs out there that DJ slipped up and played in a club one night, and folks was drinking and slow dancing, and they didn't even know that was a gospel song. Yolanda Adams, B. Borderline, Stephanie Mills is right. Pastor Solomon said, all y'all Christians out there judging us, y'all in there making love playing Total Praise. You can't, what? Lord, I will lift my heart to the hill. You're making love to that. Come on, man. Y'all need to stop. You don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in, right? Mind your own business and go do you. Cause even if I don't care if a pastor is trifling, if he in the club, if he drinking and smoking, I take whatever good that he dropped, I take that and run with it. And I don't care about his personal business and what he do, as long as what he do don't have a negative effect on me. Whatever he do don't have a negative effect on me. But whatever, it's some good pastors out there that made a lot of bad mistakes, but had a good word. Regardless of Bishop Eddie Long flaws, Bishop Eddie Long had a good word. And I learned a lot of things. I laughed at him. I cracked jokes, and we did it all in the name of comedy when he came out with his scandal. But don't forget, he had a good word. Because if he didn't have a good word, people wouldn't have went to New Birth. A good word, which I live off something today, you know. A few things that gems that Bishop Eddie Long dropped or whatever, regardless of his personal life. But who are you to judge? He who go without sin, then you cast the first stone. You don't go on nobody's page and say, you can go in their inbox and say, I would love to speak to you and just have a conversation with you, but you don't judge and enforce your opinion on nobody. Like, here, take this. Hey, I would like, help me understand. You know, when I don't agree with what somebody do, or whatever, especially like if it's a niece or a nephew, they grow and say, hey, I'm just trying to get an understanding because I don't want to come off as judgmental. I just want to see what are your thoughts. Now, you made the video about this, and you had this outfit on, and you interviewing for this job, or you doing this, that. Do you think that's the right thing? Just tell me your thoughts, because I just want to see where you are so I can get in tune with you. See, it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. You don't antagonize and attack people with your way, because who said that your way is the right way, and what did they do before you start doing things the way that you do? You know, church folks crazy. Get mad when a young pastor come in and take down the curtains and take the chairs off the pulpit, and then all hell break loose. Okay, Jesus didn't have no curtains. Back in the Bible days, Moses didn't have no pulpit to preach out of. So who said the way that you did things was the right way? And what did they do before you started doing things the way that you did it? Judgmental people are mentally retarded. I said it, and I don't care if you don't like it. Who are you to judge anybody? If it ain't your way, it's the wrong way. What? I'm always open to change. I'm always open to make an adjustment to something new. What do you do when they have a detour? See, y'all the same crazy people that'll sit at a detour sign instead of taking the detour because they fixing the road. You mad because the street got to be fixed. Well, drive your ass past it and fall in the hole. I'm telling you, man, look, I love y'all to death, but I'm just a common sense type of person. Stop judging people. And if we laugh at we ain't judging the people on my 600-pound life. The dude is a comedian, and the commentary is hilarious to me. Now, if it ain't funny to you, then that's fine. You're a different person, but don't judge him, and don't try to go on his Facebook page and get him shut down for the gray paint on the wall. He decided he liked gray. Your wall is red. If you can't stand to look at gray, don't go in his house. How simple is that? Are you that stupid that you would go in somebody's house and be offended as to how they decorate their house? Some people leave their toilet paper up. And some people like their toilet paper hanging low. Some people leave their toilet seat up. Look at her. They go in the hell, they got their toilet seat up. I'll never take my ass back over. Why you got your toilet seat? You stupid for leaving your toilet seat. Well, that's the way they do it in their house. And if you don't like it, go to your own damn house. It's that simple. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. If you at a church right now where you got people that judge like that and always got a comment or opinion on something, you at the wrong church. Because you ain't able to live and enjoy yourself. Now you got to walk on eggshells because somebody that don't pay no bills in your house and what they think of you. What they think of you. Remember, they don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. And the ones that judge the most are the biggest freaks. They are the biggest scandals and the biggest freaks and have done the most dirt. The ones that pass judgment. But people like myself, I don't pass judgment. The only person that I hope go to hell is Donald Trump. That's just my personal opinion. But I'm not going on Fox page. I'm not going on Donald Trump page. I'm not going on nobody that's right-wing page, voicing my opinion. I just look at them and shake my head and say, And then I go out and vote. In a booth where nobody see who I voted for, I hit his ass at the voting booth. Right? Because that's what the laws are. Y'all millennials are something wrong with y'all. We are living in a judgmental society where a comedian make a video, talk every damn body. That's why all of y'all on here watch my 600-pound life by yourself. You don't watch that show with nobody. You know why? Because you don't want nobody to see you laughing. I bet you'd watch that show and laugh when that man was giving his girlfriend a bath on the front porch because she couldn't get in the bathroom. And you gonna tell me that a tickle didn't go through your body? Right? I can't help it. Now, I was at a church and they was doing a celebration for the pastor's mother. They was doing a whole celebration for the pastor's mother. I'm facing the pastor because he's sitting on the pulpit. I'm sitting on the second row in the church facing the pastor. They had bought the pastor's mother a brand new electronic wheelchair. She came down the aisle in the wheelchair and hit the speed button and put it on fast and didn't know how to slow it down and crashed into the drums. But just because I'm in church, the tickle didn't hit my body. I'm sitting in church looking like this. I had 4 tears coming down my eyes and they was even. And I'm sitting there facing the pastor. And his mama is stuck between the bass and the snare drum. And then as soon as she hit it, the cymbals made a noise. It knocked 2 of the cymbals off the one that go, psh, 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 and then it tsh, and went between the bass drum and crashed clean into the drums or whatever. And I got to sit here and face this man while he stood up overlooking it, trying to get his mama in the wheelchair off the floor. And they sat her in the little living room furniture chair, but I think they got rid of that wheelchair after that one, or just got her one to slow the speed down because it was brand new. And I'm sitting up there trying, so I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell because I was laughing on the inside. Yes, I left. Yes, I left because I couldn't take it. Yes, I was escorted out by some ushers. Yes, the ushers had to escort me all the way to my car because I was weak. My legs, I lost feelings in my legs. My kidneys started shutting down. I told the pastor that I was not feeling well. Yes, somebody had to call the ambulance to get me. No, sir, not today.
Who was that singing Betty Wright? Who was that? It's on the floor? Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you, baby. Y'all be watching me. All right, come on. No, that was Ja. That was Ja. Oh, put it back on the floor. I be doing stuff like that at home. Like, what? Now, how I just put it in the garbage can? I put it back on the floor. And then somebody stand right beside me, I'm going to get it later.
It's West Love, Ricky.
What's your name?
West Love.
Come on, baby. Y'all get a round of applause. Come on, baby. She got her Magic City Classic outfit on. Yes, sir. Is that during the classic or after the classic outfit?
That Thursday night.
You know what? You gonna shut up.
Rooftop Thursday night.
parade that morning. That is the parade. No, at the parade they usually have an Alabama State or A&M hoodie on. So we're gonna say, this nigga said bad boost. Stop, sir. Come on, baby. what better right you singing? Yeah, let's go then. We need that after the Holy Ghost.
Hold on, wait. Can I paint the picture right quick, y'all? Betty said that she had this notebook, Ricky.
Huh?
And inside of this notebook, she kept some of her deepest secrets.
Yeah.
She never intended on the song to get out. But one of her producers began to thumb through the pages of that notebook. He came across this one particular song.
You better put Shirley Caesar.
We gotta do something with it. It's happening every day. And people want to hear about it, baby. Betty ran home and took it to her mother. Betty's a baby and her family.
Hold on, wait.
Betty ran home and took it to her mother. And her mother looked down and what she said, y'all? I like the music. And the melody is really nice. But I know you're not gonna sing that song. Tonight is the night that you make me a woman. You said you'll be gentle with me, and I hope you will. I'm nervous. Doing what, y'all? Waiting for you. I'm trying hard to relax, but I just can't keep still. No. I can hear no condo slamming. I wanna play a big girl and put on no sexy smile. But I know so little about what love is that I just can't help acting like a child. What are you doing? He keeps knocking on my door, and he's ringing out there. Oh, be not impatient after waiting so very long. A whole year I had to put up with your silly hang-ups, and we're both old enough to know right from wrong. Tonight, baby, it is tonight. That you make me a woman. What you said, John? You said you'd be genuine, and I'm what? I hope you will. Yeah, I'm what? I'm dirty. And I'm what? I'm trembling. Doing what, John? Waiting for you to walk in. I'm trying hard to relax. Come on. But I just
That's 100.
I got an idea. I got an idea. First of all, you came, Augusta or Valdosta?
Valdosta.
That's a 5-hour drive. That's 5 hours, right? She drove 5 hours to go. Valdosta, Georgia, right? Y'all on this on everybody see this. I know they watching. Tell me your name again.
Kelsey West, but they know me as West Love.
So what do you perform at every week? Because obviously you're a performer. Where do you work every week in Valdosta? Where do you perform at?
I'm at the church. I'm at Silk. Silk is a bar and grill there in Valdosta that they just opened up.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm traveling. I'm trying to do reach the nations. Yep.
Well, you have tonight.
Yeah.
Because everybody's watching right now on LinkedIn all over the country. Let everybody know your social media, how they can follow you.
Y'all can follow me. Just look up West Love. It's one word. That's it. West Love. I'm on Facebook. Instagram, I'm KB Songbird, _KB Songbird. Okay? Follow me.
I got and no line. I got no. Now you know I got $250 prize. Now we're gonna get her this right here. Now you'll probably get that $250 prize. Listen, I got an idea. So it's up to y'all the audience. It's up to y'all. This is what we'll do. I'll talk to Bruce Ayers if he here. We will book you to come back. Wait a minute. This is what we're gonna do. Can you get together? So if you come back to Birmingham, and we're gonna do a special. It's gonna. Hold on. It's about no, baby. It's about her. What we're gonna do is we're gonna book you to come back because what my man that helped drive you here, he said you do concerts, you do a whole show. So this is what we're gonna do. We will get a couple of opening acts to open up. We will have your whole live band, and what I'll do, I'll just introduce you. We want you to come back and do us a whole concert. So look, get yourself together. This your number right here? Okay. So look, okay, here you go. You said everything else. So look,
That's a husband.
this is what I want y'all to do. I want you to connect with Arthur Beard, and I want you to connect with all my folks from Tuscaloosa and Nolan. I want y'all to do a day rehearsal the day before. You come in a day early, I'll pay for your hotel, I'll do your gas, and the same deal that I get for the money that I make, we'll let you make the money. Right? Only thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come and open up the show. Thank everybody for coming. Bring on the opening act. They're gonna do one song apiece, and you take your time. Put on your best dress. I want you to put on a performance of a lifetime. Yeah. I'm gonna get, and I want y'all to do a rehearsal. So y'all find somebody garage to go get in. Arthur, you set up a rehearsal spot. You pick the songs, you give the songs to him. They're gonna be ready when you get here, and y'all gonna do a rehearsal, and then shut it down. Wake up the next day, you rehearse again, and come back that night. And we're gonna sell this damn place out, and it's your night. You in concert at the Stardome. Telling you, man, hey, Nolan, I ain't seen no concert like that since the French Quarters. Y'all remember how El Nora and LJ at the French Quarter? That's the kind of show they used to put on. That's what I used to work with artists like that. That's what I'm talking about. This right here, hey, I want you to buy your tickets. I'm gonna announce it. I need to get your flyer. We need to get all your information. We're gonna sell it. It's gonna be you in concert. In Birmingham, hey, look. You better come with it. I'm not playing. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Nigga, when you in this night right here, you better have these niggas running, and niggas better be in the aisle. You understand? Cause I don't think you can have niggas in the aisle. I don't believe it.
You believe that?
I don't believe. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Be about it.
I come from a poor family. Didn't have much, but the
Is Bruce still here? Is Bruce still here?
I think he left.
Everybody, we need to book this date immediately. January, the first 2 weeks, January, summer.
Ready. Woo! Valdosta. Y'all ain't never been to Valdosta. They ain't been there, Ricky. They ain't been to Valdosta.
Listen,
But if
that's a long drive past.
that's a manager or a husband? No. I'm a big brother. Big brother. Oh, yeah. Big brother. Somebody was asking over here.
Listen, are y'all gonna buy the tickets? Y'all give it up a job. J-A-H, give it up a job. Oh, them real locks right there. Yeah, he not going there every Tuesday getting that shit twisted. I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Them the real locks, the straight up Jamaica and African oil, First Avenue, down the street from Green Acres Black, right there. Yeah, right next to Cool Breed Barbershop, nigga. That's, you down there with the real black folks, downtown Birmingham, across from the Masonic Temple, nigga. Them kind of dread, them dread. I see, he shy, man. Oh, I ain't even see the shoes in the sock. So you gonna get $25 just for the socks. Just for the socks. Dude, if you wear more stuff like that on stage when you preach, you'll have more members. Man, we are so happy to have you. Man, listen, man, thank you for coming. And Mr. John, you from Birmingham?
No, Bridget.
Where you from?
Originally from Jamaica.
What?
Yeah,
What
I live in Texas. I saw you when you first come to Killeen, Texas.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what part of Jamaica?
Portland.
Portland?
Yeah.
Well, we are from Kingston.
Yeah, man. Hey, what parish?
Yeah, we from a different kind of Kingston. Man, we happy to have you, man.
Yeah, man.
And how long you been in the United States?
I was in the military for 15 years, and I stayed out in Texas. My son is in the military out there.
And they let you go in the military with your hand like that? So,
yeah.
Did they let you rock? Or you grew up after the military?
After the military.
They look good, sir.
This is 25 years.
Have you ever tripped on them?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
But that one to the floor. That one.
Yeah.
But them dreads and church shoes are gonna go together. I want your second song tonight to be Great Wolf. Ooh, baby, I love you, Rain. You gotta sing that, but what you singing tonight, though?
Purple Rain.
Man, go ahead and start me. I gotta see this shit. Lord, please let this work out. It's like cereal and water.
I never meant to cause you any sorrows. I never meant to cause you any pain.
Come on.
I only want time to see you laughing. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain.
happened, but I'm with it.
It's such a shame our friendship had to end. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain.
Sir, can you put that wind out, please?
Purple rain, purple rain.
I don't know. I'm with it, though. I'm with it. Say what, sir?
I only wanted to see you underneath the purple. And I know.
Come on.
It's time we all reach out for something new that means you too.
Yeah.
You say you wanna lead up, but you can't see it, they make up your mind. I think you better close it.
What?
Let me guide you
Yeah.
through the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. You know what I'm telling you. Purple rain. I only wanted to see you. I only wanted to see you in the purple rain. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yeah, man.
Wait a minute, we need another $50, women. We got to get this man something. This man, yeah!
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Rickey.
Yes! We are happy to have you, man. You tore it up.
Yeah, man,
You
thank
did,
you.
and we love that. You got, all right, look up Great Wolf. Look up, you know what I'm talking about? You know what song I'm talking about?
Great wolf.
By Great Wolf. Ooh, baby, I love you way.
Ooh, baby, I love you way every day.
The Jamaican version, though.
Oh, to stay with you night and day.
You got that shit?
Nah, they don't got.
Before my eyes.
Yes, Rickey.
I love that Great Wolf.
UB40.
I'm bumping that all weekend.
That's UB40.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, man, UB40.
Okay, you get ready now. We're gonna have you come back and say that. Y'all get, we're gonna give you $50. Where you sitting at? All right. We're gonna give you $45 and 5 for the dreads, cause they had their own shit going on. Man, he gonna always have money. He always make money. Shit, he have his own damn car wash, nigga. You go in there and get your car wash, nigga. This nigga now spin around. Get the hell out of your car, man. You have what?
That's a real Jamaican.
Yes, sir.
Its accent went away when you mentioned money.
Yes, sir. What is it?
You said, what you say? You said, right there. Sound like you from West End,
No lies detected. Hey, we're gonna do something special for my man right here. Stand up, Houston, Texas. Come on up here. Come on up here. This is what we're gonna do for him. He actually, Man, there's so much going on. We gotta always have to do the right thing. Man, we so happy to have you, man. I didn't know. Sometimes I know I was making jokes, but I know you don't care nothing about that because you know that this man is here for his mother's funeral. And so he stopped by to bless us with his talent. So what we gonna do, we gonna bless you with something. Give me some tithe and offering music. We ain't gonna let you go home. And where you gotta go back to?
Back to Killeen, Texas.
Okay, we're gonna send you with something. Desert, where y'all at? Can I get the ushers? We sure are.
Not you, I ain't gonna sit down.
Now she got the leather pants on. See, that's what that is. The Lord didn't tell her to get up. Be God's giving. No matter how you try. You play something. Now we're gonna bless him. I just can't imagine with everything going. There's been so much death and everything, and for him to come all the way here to bury his mother and then stop by to bless us with his talent. He came and gave to us when he had a loss. You see what I'm saying? And we just absolutely happy to have you. We are sorry. I can't imagine how you feel. But we will not. We're going to send you back with some. You take your money and do whatever you. And I'm sure somebody else going through the same thing. But by you coming, doing what you do, we just going to take a moment. And we just going to take up a love offering. And we just going to go back there and count it. And we're going to give it to you. Put our arms around you and let you know that we care about you, okay? I appreciate you.
I got this side, Rick. I'm going to get my tater tots out of there.
Say what?
I had to pull my tater tots out.
Y'all make sure we're gonna send him back right, okay? Let him know that Birmingham love him and we care about him, and we're gonna do the right thing. Imagine going out of town, you gotta go out of town, and then, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let's go! You done. Let's go then. Come on.
Blessings and glory.
That's what we're here for. Okay? Don't be alright. Come on. What? Blessings and glory. You got a cash out? Cash out? Belong to you. Thank you, Jesus. Send it to my cash out. I'll give it to him. Take it up again. Take it up again. Just wanna love you. I just wanna love you. for my man right here, Pastor Owaski. Just because he over there crying, and he came to town to bury just a little something.
The race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but he that endures to the end. Be not weary in well doing, or in due season you'll reap if you faint not.
All right, man, Malcolm.
Oh, come, let
Just put your drinks down just for a minute.
Yes. Oh, come, let us adore Him, cry. One more, I'm done. For He alone is worthy, say, for He is, come on, for He alone.
He's saying memory card full.
NWA, nigga.
What's up?
I'm a poacher. Ain't no joke. That was too hard.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to everybody that gave, man. That was very decent.
Yes.
Two dope boys over here gave me a whole stack of ones. I appreciate that.
And who gave the weed? What a weed?
I don't know, but he said, man, we fuck with old boy. Yeah.
What they say about the man? What they say?
That man said, we fuck with old boy. Yeah.
Hey man, hey look man, I just came to man here by himself. That's all right man, hey. You know my granddad used to tell me, man, you ain't throw it away. Sitting over there by yourself crying, you ain't throw it away, you love. All these people you ain't never met before love you. Every time you come back, we're gonna give you something. You come up here and sing, you come to town, you always got a home here with us at the Stardome. And we just appreciate having you. We're gonna have a good time though. Sometimes you just gotta take a moment for somebody else. You can't, I know the show got to go on, but sometimes you just got to do the right thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shoot, our mama's still, most of our mama's still living. I can't imagine. And then you came out here to bless us or give us something when you had a loss. I can't imagine. But it's all right, we've been to kick it. There you go. That's why God bless us, because we do the right thing. I know. Come on in, Shay.
We might move to Birmingham. Come on, move to Birmingham. We get you a 3-bedroom, 3-bath in East Lake. $430 a month.
Oh, this money? Y'all wanna know what this money? This is $560. Where you went? Where? You know, brother. That's $560, brother. God bless you, man. I don't know what you're going through. God bless you, brother. We'll be praying for you. And you always, hey, listen. Anytime you come here, come to Carrot, don't you ever buy a ticket. You ask for me or you ask for Willie. And we'll take care of you. You got a lifetime membership to Stardome, okay? All right. Thank you for being here. All right, go pay some bills.
We need to walk them out the back door.
Huh?
We need to walk them out the back door.
Nigga, I already got somebody set up to rob that nigga. When we get there. Nigga, what a nigga cook this nigga is Friday up the next time, nigga. Don't let all that Ooh, you nigga. I catch that nigga going out. I don't care nothing about that nigga, bro. I catch that nigga going out that door, and I already got something set up here. I know where my blessings come from, nigga. Robbers, nigga. They're robbing, nigga. Stupid. Don't let the nice stuff fool you. I do that on the outside, nigga. You gonna go out there, nigga, I'm gonna gank that nigga. Straight up putting on, nigga. Tell everybody your name, where you from?
Birmingham, Alabama. My name GP.
Yes, sir. What you say? Hey, what you saying about the ladies tonight?
This for the fellas. It's Tyrone, but it's my version.
Yeah, we need one. Women been attacking us. Let's go, let young women.
Yeah.
Call TL, that's what we're gonna call it.
We got this, fellas.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go, fellas. Let's go, fellas.
Got a little measure.
Hey. We got some of y'all ladies. We tired of y'all winning.
Tired of that song, man.
All the fellas, make some noise.
See, we so tired of y'all shit. Y'all women always want something.
Come on, fellas.
See, every time you come around, you got to bring Kim, Jamie, Paula, and Simone. See, why can't we be by ourselves sometime?
All we want to do is unblock you.
She got them no man having hoes all in her mind. I just want it to be you and me like it used to be, baby. But you let them tell you how to act. So matter of fact, I think you better call someone. And tell her, come on, help you get all yours.
Come on.
You need to call someone.
Hey.
And tell her I said, come on.
Come on.
All right?
Let's go.
Check it out, Pete. Now every time I ask her for a little head, she say no, but turn right around and ask me for some bread. Well, hold up, listen, baby, I ain't your ATM. My bad. She know the deal, though. Check it out, though.
Come on.
Every time we go somewhere, I gotta reach back for my wallet to pay your way and your homegirl's way. But them hoes gon' have to stay. They don't never have to pay. Don't have no cars. Come up to the dome trying to hang out at the bar. I ain't got enough to say after that, though. What y'all say, fella? And tell her we said, come on, help you get out yours. You need to call someone. That supposed to be a homegirl?
Yeah, so what?
Then why she calling my phone?
You know how to play when you just got to sing. Gus is gone. Y'all had a good time. Oh, that was good, that boy.
Well, man, I'm grateful.
Oh man, I said this morning, man, when I got up this morning, I said, Lord, just thank you. I'm grateful for allowing me to see another day. Know you got a good word this morning.
Oh, thank you for this, Rick, because the old folk used to say your attitude determines your altitude. So how high you go in life has everything to do with your attitude. So if you have an attitude of gratitude, that attitude not only will determine your altitude, it can reset your mental atmosphere when you are grateful and move through life with an appreciative heart. Then you have the blessing of God that will elevate your situation. The blessing of God will reset the atmosphere, the mental, spiritual atmosphere that you find yourself in. So I've made up my mind, regardless of what happens to me, I'm going to maintain an attitude of gratitude within me, knowing that God is good, God has been good, and God is going to be good. So I am grateful. I am grateful. Yes, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for what God has done. Every now and then, just spend some time thinking about what God has done. And the more you think, the more you will thank. You will start thanking God for how God has kept you, how God has blessed you, how God has opened doors for you. When you think, I promise you, you're going to thank. When you start thinking about the doors that God has opened up for you, when you start thinking about how God has kept you in spite of people who are trying to mess with you, when you start thinking about how God has watched over you, when you start thinking about all that God has done, I promise you, thinking leads to thanking. So thank God for what God has done, but then thank God for what God is about to do. Listen, you don't have it yet, but you have an attitude of gratitude. It's just like we used to do when we pray. I don't know about you, but when I pray for the food I'm about to eat, I say, Lord, I thank you for what I'm about to receive. And that's what we ought to do as we move through life. Start thanking God for what you are about to receive, for what's about to happen. You don't have it yet, but you believe it's on the way, because sometimes an attitude of gratitude for what God is about to do is an act of faith. It's faith in that God will do it again. God will come through again. And so I don't know about you, but my attitude is, Lord, I thank you that today is going to be a good day. I thank you for the doors you are about to open. I thank you for being God and for being good, not just in the past, but yes, in the present and in the future. Lord, I thank you for what I'm about to receive. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And yes, I'm grateful.
There it is, Pastor Haynes. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my sermons are on my YouTube channel, Frederick Haynes.
There it is. Thank you so much, Pastor Haynes. Love you, man.
Love you, Ricky. Thank you, man, for this.
Yes, sir. No, thank you.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 12 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. So yesterday, the Electoral College confirmed Joe Biden as the next president. As expected, Biden received 306 electoral votes. He only needed 270 to win. Trump got 232. After the announcement, I know, Ricky. Doesn't that sound good?
Okay.
After the announcement, Joe Biden delivered a speech calling out Trump and attorney generals across the country who repeatedly tried to contest the outcome. He called for unity and urged the country to turn its focus on the coronavirus. President-elect Joe Biden will be in Georgia today to help boost turnout for John Ossoff and Reverend Raphael Warnock in the Senate runoff election. Early voting started yesterday and will end on January 1st. And a quick reminder, today is the last day of open enrollment for Obamacare. So if you do not have insurance, go to healthcare.gov to apply. All right, well, that's what's going down in news. For more, log on to the Rickey Smiley Morningshow.com. Rock T, what's going down in sports?
Well, I'm going to say one thing. Last night, a heavyweight dog fight went down on the football field. I'm talking about Baltimore and the Cleveland Browns. I don't know if you guys watched this game. Baltimore won the game. Rick Dog. Lamar had 124 yards rushing. But I'm going to say something, man. The Cleveland Browns are for real, man.
Yes, sir.
Cleveland Browns, they for real, man. They finally found their stride. They looking good. So even though they lost the game, man, pay attention to the Cleveland Browns. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says even with COVID-19 vaccines now being distributed to hospitals nationwide, NFL players and personnel will not be jumping any lines for vaccinations before the Super Bowl, which is going to happen February the 7th. So they're going to make sure everybody else, all the frontline workers and everything, get everything that they need. They're going to keep following their NFL protocol that they have in place, and then they'll deal with the vaccines after the Super Bowl. Last but not least, Chicago Bears defensive lineman Mario Edwards Jr. has been charged with assault over an alleged domestic violence incident with a woman in a North Carolina hotel room. Now, the woman claims that Mario got violent with her when she turned down his sexual advances. Mario is claiming BS on these allegations and
Mario
says
who,
that
from where?
Mario Edwards Jr. from the Chicago Bears, defensive lineman for the Chicago Bears. He said this is all BS, and he's the actual victim, claiming that the woman was the aggressor. And when she started getting hot, yelling, screaming, scratching him and stuff, he has done what he's always been told to do, walk away and de-escalate the situation. That's what he did. So we're going to follow the story and see, I guess, who's telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got in sports. Gary with the T. What's up there, pimpin'?
All right, y'all. Taraji P. Henson, honey, she is speaking out just in time for a New Year, y'all. They're saying, y'all, that Taraji, she said, y'all, that she was underpaid for years, honey. She said she was underpaid for many, many years, y'all. She said that now she's worth tens of millions of dollars now. You know, she said she had a thing for, you know, blowing away people. She said she's been playing scheming, cookie lying on Empire and crushing other things. But now she's doing wonderful things. She said she getting her money now. She said because she met a man by the name of Tyler Perry, honey. She said she met Tyler Perry, and she told Tyler Perry, you know, that she felt that, you know, she wasn't getting her money, you know, for whatever. And Tyler told her, well, girl, what you need to do is you need to tell the people what you want. Tell them what you want to get paid and what have you. And she said, you know, she did that. She said because she played in roles, and, you know, she played in Curious Case of Benjamin Button. She said she only made $150,000 for that role, despite later earning an Oscar nomination, y'all, for Best Supporting Actress. And she also told Variety that her earnings skyrocketed after she started working with Tyler Perry. She said Hollywood can be cheap. She said they love a great performance, honey, at a discount price. She said, and if they can get it, she said they will definitely get it, honey. So, but Tyler told her, ask for your money. She's getting her money now, and now she's saying, honey, she's making millions of dollars, honey. She's owning properties all over the country, or what have you, and she's doing a good thing. So people say, well, kudos to you, honey, and, you know, she's getting her money and stuff, because you would never thought that this woman was making that little money. She said she has a $1.9 million condo in Chicago that she bought back in 2017. She has a beautiful $431,000 L.A. home in Glendale, and she has a $6.45 million mansion in the Hollywood Hills that she bought back in 2016. So
Jesus.
Yes, and her net worth is $25 million. So congratulations, honey.
Jesus.
Yes, I mean, yes. Brad, is that your old neighborhood in Chicago where she got that $1.9 million condo? Do you know?
That ain't my old neighborhood. That's probably downtown Chicago. That's probably the Magnificent Mile, honey, where Marshall... Exactly.
Oh, well, congratulations. And thank God she met Tyler Perry, honey. Okay. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Peppermint Patty. A great Christmas color on the high end, and on the low, just say beautiful red and white. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, Will Smith and Jason Derulo do something great for a cancer patient. I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the PR18.
Already Rick Smiley Morning Show, 28 before the top of the hour. It's time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. Gabrielle Union, she appeared on the premiere episode of Facebook Watch's Peace of Mind with Taraji P. Henson, and she talked about the PTSD she feels stemming from her rape at age 19. She said, I thought quarantining was right up my alley. She said, I love the silence. I love hunkering down at home, but you add in our former president, who was so rooted in racism and white supremacy and hatred and evil that he inspired so much of it. We have been in the midst of an onslaught, a daily barrage of the brutalization of black and brown bodies that we're just taking in every day, all day. She said President Trump has brought on a level of PTSD in her from his time in the White House. Here's what she said.
For real.
The terror that exists to this day in my body, in my spirit, in my soul, that's PTSD. We do associate PTSD with soldiers. We forget that we are surviving wars in our neighborhoods every day.
We're embarrassed to say we need help for people of color, especially in the black community, but we gonna heal, damn it.
That was Taraji. I can't wait to check that out. She right, because this whole era of Trump has been crazy for every black person in America, period.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, last but not least, in season 2 of his Snapchat series, Will From Home, Will Smith teamed up with Jason Derulo to give a 14-year-old cancer patient, Aiden, a PS5, y'all. In addition to the huge surprise, a $10,000 donation was made to Cook Children's Medical Center, and the 10-episode series will have other special guests, including Alicia Keys, DJ Khaled, Lil Nas X, and Ludacris. Well, y'all, that's gonna wrap up the hot spot right there. Coming up next, we got Special K with the news you absolutely, positively cannot use. And why don't y'all hit us up for them wake-up calls at 1-866-9-RICKY. That's 1-866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 8:10 before the top of the hour. Y'all news you can't use. What up, Kate?
Oh, man. Hey, here's what's up. So, these last few days, everybody talk about this vaccine thing, right? Yeah. And, black people. We all been professionally black since we was born. So, black folks quick to talk about what we nervous about and what we ain't gonna do. Now, we listen to Dr. Collier every day. He tell us, what we can and can't, look out for and trust and all that. But black folks, we nervous about something like this vaccine.
Right.
However, look at all the other things that we do that we ain't nervous about, that we might need to be nervous about.
You better preach this morning.
Now, you nervous about this vaccine, but you got tattoos all over your face and neck done by a dude in his kitchen that got a sink full of dirty dishes. And a pit bull in a cage in the kitchen. Now, you ain't nervous about that.
Right.
But you talking about you ain't gonna take this vaccine. Now, you nervous about a vaccine, but you've been eating chitlins since you was 12.
Evil.
What? Come on now.
Evil.
Religiously.
Evil and bread.
You nervous about a vaccine, but you ain't scared to eat bacon, ham, and pork chops every week knowing you got high blood pressure and don't be taking
right.
no
medicine. Not.
Now, but you nervous about this vaccine that has been tested time and time again, but you'll drive a Dodge Charger through the hood with a suspended license, an unregistered pistol, a bag of loud, and an outstanding warrant.
Boy, why you on Eva and Brad this morning?
You ain't scared to do that. It ain't just the women. It's the guy. Now, you nervous about a vaccine shot, but you ain't scared to take your side chick out to dinner at a restaurant in the same city you live in. You nervous about that? Oh yeah, you right up in Red Lobster, just waiting for your table.
Well, all the black folks say, black
like
folks
you ain't doing nothing wrong. Like your folks' cousin them ain't in there. Yeah. You nervous about this vaccine, but you ain't nervous about taking one of them Rhino or Gorilla stand-up pills from the gas station. You quick to get one of them pills.
Boy, that be having your head hurt so bad, boy.
You got a migraine for 6 straight days. Was that
Well, it be
extra
the gas station with them little lights, with them Christmas lights in the window. You know they got them rhino pills.
And you know, Dr. Collier told us years ago, he said they either gonna work or it's gonna kill you. One or the other.
Well, if you're gonna go, that's a good way to go, man.
He said it's gonna work or it'll kill you.
Yeah.
Now, you nervous about this vaccine, but you're not nervous about you done joined the church and gave your life to the Lord, knowing you still gonna be trifling that night. You still gonna be doing stuff. You play with God, but you scared of this vaccine. And you ain't nervous about smashing the hood stripper with no protection at your thug cousin's bachelor party. Yeah, you're going in the bathroom and do that. Straight raw dog. You don't know shit.
What's wrong, Gary? Gary.
I ain't taking no vaccine.
He's back.
But you ain't nervous about smoking chemically laced weed you bought from a dude named Skeet. Come on.
Chemically laced weed that he bought.
You bought from a dude named Skeet. He be in the back of the used tire shop selling weed. And you ain't scared to put that in your mouth.
Chemically induced.
You nervous about a vaccine, but you'll drop a chick off in the projects and walk her to her car at 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, walk her to her door at 2 o'clock in the morning. Come on now. What's wrong with you? You nervous about a vaccine, but you'll get your boobs done by a doctor that got his whole degree online and let you pay him on Cash App.
Hold it. Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary got the tea and the clue of the day.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday. A beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Ricky, your frat brother, y'all. Men are losing their minds, y'all. And this man, I don't even know if I'm going to respect him anymore. Who am I talking about? Shaquille O'Neal. I don't know if y'all heard the devastating news, but it's being reported, y'all, that Shaquille O'Neal is interested in Megan Thee Stallion, y'all, romantically, and y'all, they say he did not shy away from showing his public way of doing the way how he like her. They're saying, y'all, that Shaquille has the hots for Megan. Now they're saying, y'all, that the man showed her some love by leaving a flirty comment on her newest IG live session, and the fans noticed it. But not only did the fans notice it, his poor son, y'all, Sharif, noticed, and his son approved of it. Now they're saying, y'all, that the eye-catching comment he left under her IG reads, "Watching that booty." And they're saying that obviously that kind of comment could not have passed unseen by social media users, honey. And people are saying that it's just ridiculous. And his 20-year-old son then went to TikTok, in which he could be seen reacting to his father's comment. What? Special
Did you see the video?
I don't have to see the video. It don't matter. It's tacky. That girl is a child. Ricky, Megan Thee Stallion is the age of his. She's the age of his damn daughter. He got children that age. He got children that age. Yes, she's a child.
Did you see the video?
It don't matter. That is tacky. Okay, well, we know. I know one person wouldn't do it, Rock T, but Ricky and Special K, y'all would probably do something like that. But I know Rock T wouldn't look at nobody his doggone child's age. I mean, it's sad. No, you wouldn't. I mean, Ricky, think about it. Like, and you said it many times before. Yeah, she might be fine and all that other stuff, but after y'all get through whatever you got to be done, now she's sitting there eating a damn bowl of cereal. Y'all ain't got nothing in common.
Yeah, watching Peppa Pig.
Okay.
A bowl of cereal and Peppa Pig and wilding out, and you sit up there.
No, They're talking about the same one that just released.
You in the other room watching MSNBC.
Okay. So no, I mean, so Special K, but I mean, come on, y'all. This girl, she's a child, and him, damn
the
Shaq,
same
oldest
woman
Methuselah.
that just released WAP. That's the child, right? That's what we talking about.
Well, yeah, compared to him,
hit record WAP.
But compared to him, Shaquille is an old man. He got a child older than this girl.
I mean, Gary, we get that, but he's still a single guy, man. I mean, he do nothing wrong,
and he didn't do it like in DM. He did it where everyone can see, because we were all watching that.
His comment was with the other 330,000 comments. All saying the same thing.
I feel bad for Shawnee. I mean, just think about his ex-wife. Like, she's probably saying, "You old dumb bastard."
Shawnee ain't studying him. She ain't paying no attention.
Thank you, Brad. Help me, girl.
She probably
her own life in her own world, child.
When his daughter, honey, walk around and her daddy messing with Megan Thee Stallion and whatever, that's just not a good look, honey. I'm sorry, though, but he needs to sit his butt down and get somebody his age. They got a woman his age. Hell,
not doing that. Making this kind of videos, they don't.
Moving on, choppers, y'all.
What the hell you say?
It's being reported, y'all, that Christina Milian, she married her boyfriend, Matt Poker, y'all. Now, according to French magazine Public, y'all, they're saying, y'all, that the couple wed on December the 9th in Paris, y'all, just one day before the singer actress announced, y'all, that she's pregnant again, which is a good thing. This is her second or third child, y'all. But at least this man, he married her. You know, usually the guys don't marry, but now at least they're saying that, you know, Matt married Christina, so now her baby's going to be legitimate and everybody's going to be happy.
Oh, her baby was legitimate already. Don't do that.
Oh, huh?
Don't do that as if her child was illegitimate. Don't do that.
Well, they say, you know, if you're not married and stuff, the baby's not usually legitimate, huh? So,
you also did a story about how he was stepped into her daughter's life, her first child's life, and was playing daddy. So which one is it? Is he illegitimate, or is he a good guy and they now have a family? Don't do that.
Well, he's daddy to the baby because that's not his child. So, but now that she having the child for him now, now he's making it legitimate. So the baby gonna be legitimate either. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, they're saying Khloe Kardashian.
You know what? Yeah. Lord Jesus, help us.
Thank you, Brad. Help me, girl.
Help us, Lord. Go on, Gary.
Oh, good. Brad, your brother, they say, honey, he said he want to have an executive job at BET. They're saying rapper, actor, TV Chad Moss, also known as Bow Wow, wants to be an executive. He wants an executive position at BET. He said he want to help bring back some of the original programming that was popular back in the 2000s, honey. That's a good job.
Bring back Comic View on BET. Coming at you 6 nights a week. Get your laugh on. Hey, get your laugh on. Hey, what you know about that? What you know about that?
Yeah, so congratulations to Bow Wow. He said that was his dream job and he always wanted to take over BET. So congratulations to Bow Wow and stuff. He'll be able to do that. And Brad, just think you'll be working.
I really do miss some of their original programming, though.
Me
you heard me, Brett?
Yeah, like Video Soul,
man.
Caribbean Rhythms.
Remember Miss Sita?
Man, what?
Yeah.
Miss Sita was the one.
That was the finest that was the first fine cartoon character.
Yep.
Miss Sita.
All right, the color today, honey. Well, save it later. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, guys, peppermint patty. On the high end, you say peppermint patty, and on the lunch, you say beautiful red and white. That's your color for today.
Thank you, Bob Barker.
Come on, Dad.
Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from? So come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning. This is Erica from Indianapolis, Indiana. Frida and I at Speedway want to say good morning to everybody. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Corey from Baton Rouge. I just want to say wake up, DR, wake up. But tell Gary I didn't like that tea this morning. Shaq a grown man.
This is China from Clarkston. I want to shout out for Jessica, Demeter, and Robert. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Tony A. Hooper, the first calling for Wilmington, North Carolina. I'd like to wake up Wilmington, Leland, Wallace, Roseville, Beulaville, Fayetteville, Jacksonville, my son on flag, Tory Newkirk. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
There's a whole gang of cities tuned in, locked in. What's yours? Cause we gon' let them know. Come on, Huntsville, wake up. Chattanooga, wake up. And Shreveport, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. When you at Jackson, wake up. Savannah, wake up. And Charleston, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, appreciate that, Brad.
You welcome, Ricky.
This segment is being brought to you by
Alafia, from authentic black African soap, body wash, whipped shea butter, and even kids bubble bath. Go to alafia.com and learn more about this incredible black-owned business that gives back. It's Alafia, ALAFFIA.com.
Boy, if y'all don't get Bob Barker and Vanna White off this show today, I'm so tired of you and Eva. Damn perfectly
Kiki
red.
Shepard, baby. Let me be Kiki.
Damn perfectly red commercial. He sounded like he wanted to say, "Come on down." He said, "Yeah."
He mad because we enunciate Ricky.
I went to class, yeah.
What do we call Eva? What's her name?
Syllable Marcel.
Shepard, honey.
What do we call her, Marty?
Consonants.
Syllable Marcel.
Syllable Marcel here, darling. We enunciate and pronunciate.
Yes, sir. Y'all ordered it. Y'all got all y'all vowels and consonants down today. All your syllables in place.
I done did my job.
Ricky, I'll buy an E.
Huh?
I said,
What'd
Ricky,
you say,
I'll buy an E.
Y'all give it up for the one and only Pastor Brad.
Pastor Brad.
Good morning. It's nice to be alive. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, let me borrow 5. I want to be in love with the Jesus of my life. Oh, good morning. Good morning. It's good to be alive. You know, it's just good. I just felt that in my spirit. Yes. Brother Ricky, I am so glad that you do the thing. You know, I believe people should have their flowers while and you do so much great with you and Mother Brat. Y'all do so much great work. You know, you all pay attention. You know, I hear her doing the hot spot. Yes. She gives us great information, and you are always up on what's going on because you have to pay attention. People today are not paying attention.
Come on,
everybody just kind of doing what they want to do. They're not listening. But let me tell you something. You better pay attention.
Right.
We're living in changing times. You have to see what's going on. That's what happened when Whoopi Goldberg had those girls in the classroom getting ready to sing. She didn't see them prospering. She didn't see them going nowhere. But that one girl rung out and said, if you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. You better pay attention. Pay attention to what's happening. Pay attention to what's going on. You better stop, turn around, look and see how you've been living in the world. Pay attention. Open your eyes. I can't see. Open your eyes and follow me.
That's the real Pastor Fred. Y'all give it up for Pastor Fred. Pastor Fred.
Boy, that's a great Christmas song ever, boy. Like in the whole history of the world, boy, that's the greatest Christmas song ever, boy, right there.
Black Tony, I knew that was gonna get you, man. Black Tony, I know you love that Christmas song. How that song make you feel, Black Tony? Tell John Lyon how he made you feel this morning, because you always be hating on John Lyon. Let John Lyon know how much you appreciate him, Black Tony.
Hey, John Lyon, real talk, boy, no cap, boy. Shout you to DJ L for playing that right there, boy. The only thing that make that song better, Gucci was on it, boy. That's the only thing that make that song better. They need to do a remix on that, boy, with Gucci on them.
Yeah, we're gonna work on the remix, Tony. Don't worry.
He said he gonna work on the remix for you, Black Tony.
Boy, put that remix together. Put Mr. Gucci in there, boy. You be my hero after that. But
hey, Black Tony, what's the real like this? Do this like really get you in the Christmas spirit? Like, do this really? What does this song mean to you, Black Tony?
Yeah, so that song just mean when they get to sing that song, so I just start feeling like I start thinking about my whole crew when I was growing up and back, you know, when I was a little boy. And I was growing up, and all my mama's boyfriends used to come to the house and bring me a gift. Every time one had a different boyfriend, they bring me something for Christmas. And then my sister and my brother, man, it just take me back to my childhood.
Man, so Black Tony, when they get to the part of the song where she say 5 months free rent,
that's the best part of the song right there. They say 5 months free rent. I just get emotional. I get emotional when they sing that part of the song. Cause she just want her rent. Or she just want her 5 months. You know what I'm saying?
Man, let it go, Black Tony. Let it out, man. That's all.
You just gotta listen to the song.
Yeah, dog. 5 months free rent.
Don't do it no more. Don't do it.
Let it out, Black Tony.
I'm trying to get my emotion in check.
Don't worry, man. DJ Dirty Vegas is gonna be playing it for Christmas, and I cannot wait. Black Tony. Let it out, dog. Let it out, dog.
Please play that song every day to you.
5 months free rent. President Obama, we got to get those 2 Senate seats in the state of Georgia. If everybody that's listening in Georgia right now, what would you tell them?
Listen, it is great that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have been elected, but they will not be able to get legislation passed.
Right.
if we do not get the Senate majority. So as impressive as the turnout was in November in Georgia, thanks to the work of folks like Stacey Abrams and activists on the ground, this is just as important, if not more important. And we need everybody in Georgia, and your mama, and your uncles and aunties, and everybody, to get out there and vote. This is priority number one, because it will set the, this is part of what my book describes, is that a president alone can't get much done.
Right.
The president has to have allies in Congress. And those 2 Senate seats are going to be what potentially puts Joe and Kamala in a position to deliver on the promise of this new administration.
There it is.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I want to hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley, the morning show. Hey, the time right now, 7 minutes after the hour. Y'all, the segment's being brought to you by Walmart. Get low prices on the best gifts at Walmart. Let's end the year giving great gifts for less. Walmart. Hey, make sure y'all check them out. Gary, what up?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Y'all, people, it's a mixed feeling here, story here. Y'all, people are applauding, and some people are saying, maybe not. But it's being reported, y'all, that Migos rapper Offset, y'all, he said that he will not be taking the COVID-19 vaccine. Now, they're saying, he said, quote, he doesn't trust it. He said, quote, I don't trust it, honey. I just don't want to be a test dummy. He said, do something to help the black community in real life. Put in some policies to help us. He said a lot of government mess, he said, I just don't be thinking is for us, period. This is what he told TMZ. Now, they're also saying that the rapper also took time out to acknowledge that being a rich celebrity makes the chances of surviving COVID-19 higher. He said, quote, in reality, we blessed. He said certain people in certain opportunities to get certain things. Like, what's that politician, y'all, who had that brown mess running down his face? Giuliani? Oh, yeah. He just said that he said that he just said that he had celebrity status for his COVID-19 treatment. So he said, I think a lot of that happens in real life. If I go to the hospital here, he said, they're going to admit me fast. He said, they're going to get me faster than a normal person. So I wouldn't do it myself. He said, I wouldn't do that mess, because people ain't got what I got, and that ain't fair, unquote. Okay. And then you said something like, we talked about that earlier this morning, didn't we?
That's a different type of celebrity, though, being a presidential aide versus being a rapper. That's a different type of celebrity. Plus, he got face tats. So enough said.
Okay. All right. Moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, reality television star baby Miss Kim Zodiac Berryman. We know Kim. She was one of the stars of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Well, she revealed, y'all, that NFL players, have been sliding into her daughter Brielle Berryman's DMs. She said, quote, a lot of athletes will DM Brielle, and Croy is a crazy rare athlete, and he definitely, verbalizes what men want. He said, but there are those few and far between that definitely, do not want a relationship and a connection. And she also told Hollywood like that, quote, we find it so funny when these NFL players DM Brielle, and Croy is like, oh man, Croy has worked with them, and he has a lot of great friends who are athletes, but Brielle also is a good judge of character. And she said, Brielle is currently single. And, she said she kind of want a man for her daughter that, somebody to date, honey, not just to lay around and sleep with and stuff. But a lot of people saying, she was saying in so many words, honey, a lot of African-American football players are DMing her beautiful European daughter with her full lips, and she just doesn't like it. And it's really so, though, because we've seen...
She's a cute girl, Gary. They gonna do that.
But, Brad, that's not right, though. She's a child.
Grown. I don't think she's a child anymore, Gary. We grew up watching her, but she grown now. She can make her own decisions.
And she can. Well, can they DM Keisha or somebody where, Keisha could get a little check or a little change, honey, not Brielle? Can they do that? I mean, it would be nice.
If they want to DM Keisha, I'm sure they do. But for now, they DMing her, and she just got to deal with it. And she's a cute girl. They gonna do that. Period.
You wouldn't say that. I just don't agree with it. It just hurts my spirit, honey, that Keisha can't get a check, but Brielle can. But
Keisha do get a check. Keisha
now,
get a
you
check.
Don't say that when black
do that.
when black women go out and marry white men, you be celebrating that.
Well, yes, it's something to be celebrated because, hell, they could rarely get a check. So get some of that money back that Leroy put in the system and bring it on back home. So let Keisha get us from hell, Jesus. We need that. So bring it back home. The Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahlua. My Kahlua today, y'all, is peppermint patty. On the high end, you say peppermint patty. On the lunch, you say beautiful red and white. That's your Christmas Kahlua for today.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the team. All right.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news. It's what's trending now.
All right, we got a lot going on. So much uncertainty these days, and people have a lot of questions. So would there be another stimulus check? What happens when extended unemployment benefits expire on December 26th? Our money expert, Janai Thornton, is with us this morning with some advice. If you have any questions, you can call us at 866-9-RICKY. Good morning, Janai.
Hey, good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
We are so happy to have you. I know you got a lot of information. Research shows that your segment is your segment is a favorite on this show. People wait for you to come on.
Yay.
Yeah, so we're happy to have you. So what about the stimulus check and the unemployment benefits?
Well, it's interesting to see what's going to happen. So let's kind of set the stage where we are. Right now, we know federal unemployment, the extra $300, is going to run out at the end of the month. The protection against evictions runs out December 31st, and the payment pause for student loans ends January 31st. So this stimulus package is really, really important. So right now, Ricky, this is what's on the table. It's about $908 billion, that's billion with a B, of relief. And they're thinking about breaking it up into two parts. And the first $748 billion, that's the part that we're really focused on because that's the part that's going to help people with unemployment. If it gets approved, that means that they're going to extend federal unemployment. You remember that extra $600 people were getting? They're going to give people an extra $300 a week for 16 additional weeks. So hopefully that will get passed. They will continue the protection against evictions. Now, they're only going to extend that by 1 month. So it's going to go from December 31st only to January 31st. However, they're actually going to be giving money in the stimulus package. It's about $25 billion are going to be given to states to help people pay their rent and utilities. Now, as to how that's going to work, how the states and the local governments are going to administer that, because, you think about how much work that would have to be for a local government or a state to, implement a program to disperse these funds. Right. So we're going to have to hold tight on that. And in this bill, which is important for all of our small business owners, remember we had that PPP, that Paycheck Protection Program loan that a lot of people got. This bill includes $300 billion in additional support for small businesses. Well, the only thing that's different this time, though, they plan on targeting specific businesses that have been specifically hard hit by COVID. So that's like restaurants or maybe live venues. Right. So, again, everybody's not going to qualify, but, again, that's a whole other $300 billion. The student loan payments deferred. So what they did was, back in March, they deferred people's student loan payments. Those are the federally backed student loans, and that was extended until February 1st. Now, what's interesting is you've heard possibly Biden talk about student loan relief of $10,000. There's some senators that are asking him to forgive almost $50,000. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with student loans over the next couple of months. So stay tuned.
All right, let's go to the phones. Good morning, you're home with Janai Thornton.
All right, so I'm active duty military, and my question is, we had the tax offset to where they kept giving us our taxes, but they plan on taking it all back, doubling it up after inside the new year. So how is that going to work? Are they going to suspend that, or has anyone heard anything about that? Because I know Vice President-elect Biden was talking about maybe suspending that for us.
Okay, and so what he's talking about, guys, is employers had the option to stop withholding Social Security and Medicare from people's pay. And if they did, they were going to start doubling up in January. I have not heard that they are going to forgive that and not do that. So as it stands right now, that's still going to happen.
All right, you're on with Janai Thornton. Good morning.
Hi, I was just calling to find out some clarity about any remaining leftover allowances that are in your bank that were for unemployment. Are they just going to allocate that one lump sum out after the benefits expire this year?
Okay, so as it relates to unemployment, if you gain employment, you are not able to use any of those funds. So it's going to be based on if you are still unemployed, you are entitled to those funds. But if you are, again, back in the workforce, you do not get to keep that money.
All right, you're on with Janai Thornton. Good morning.
I'm asking about my 401k because when I get furloughed from my job, I leave the 401k. I couldn't move it. So I need to know if there's something I could do now before the year end or just let it stay there.
Okay, so good morning. So what happens, a lot of us, when we leave our jobs, we end up leaving our 401k money all over the place. People have a ton of different accounts. You have the choice. You can leave it at the company, or you can roll it over to, you hear a lot of people rolling it over to an IRA, an individual retirement account. I suggest that you do that. That way you can keep up with it, and then you get to pick what that money actually gets invested in.
All right. You're on with Janai Thornton. Good morning.
My question is, what about my 1,200? Is we gonna get that 1,200 again?
Well, I know that's right. Good morning. So, what's interesting right now in this current stimulus package, that $1,200 is not included in this package. And that's really what the holdup is. So they're wanting, a lot of senators are hoping that the $1,200 and additional $600 per dependent is going to be included. But as that package stands right now, there is no additional $1,200.
All right, you're on with Janai Thornton. Good morning. Janai got a new book coming out. I want everybody to go out and get it. It's a book helping showing little people how to get tax cuts.
So crazy. You don't have no shame. I tell you don't have no shame.
So if you're a little person out there and you want to know how to get tax cuts, Janai can.
Oh, God, you don't have no shame. Happy holidays to the entire Rickey Smiley morning show.
Thank you, Janai.
Happy holiday to you, Janai. Janai, I want all these people to follow you on social media, whatever, all you business owners and hard-working, law-abiding citizens. Let everybody know how they can follow you on social media.
Please not only follow me, but please ask me any questions. So you can reach out to me at Janai Thornton. That's JINITHORNTON. Thank you, guys. Have an amazing day.
Hey, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. It is about that time, 15 before the top of the hour, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. I got to show you some love. Jeff Johnson, what up, what?
Oh, I always appreciate love from my Omega brothers. So I appreciate you, good sir. And listen, man, there's so much going on. And yesterday we saw the first vaccinations begin to take place of the COVID vaccination. And I thought it was so interesting, just the intentionality of how so many states were attempting to show the first people getting vaccinated be black. And it was black nurses and black doctors, and there is an intentionality around understanding how our community doesn't trust the medical industry. We don't always trust vaccines. And I'm curious, Rick, like, how are you feeling about this thing? Like, because I'm in full transparency, if you were like, yo, Jeff, you could be first in line to get the vaccine, I would tell you I wouldn't. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't get vaccinated. So I'm not on some crusade to tell people what they should do one way or the other. But it's very interesting to me how there's this intentionality to make sure our community in particular, is the one who gets this vaccination. And so I think people should follow their conscience. I think people are going to do things based on what their needs are, especially economically. But I want us to make sure we pay attention to what's happening too, because even in these test cases, there haven't been high numbers of African Americans. So don't go say Jeff said don't get vaccinated. I am, however, saying that I'm continuing to pay attention to this straight up, almost commercial to black folks in particular about getting vaccinated. And I want us to be conscious. I want us to educate ourselves. I want us to be clear on what we're doing. I hope that we're not judging other people, even within our own family, to operate within what your conscience is and to be safe. So, Rick, this is going to be a longer conversation for us, but where are you at, man?
Hey, Jeff, well, first of all, I don't, according to my doctor, I don't need it because I already have antibodies because Eva gave me coronavirus. She did. I thought I had. I think I sneezed, but thanks to your frat brother, Dr. M.J. Collier, in 3 years of 5,000 international units of vitamin D, COVID just disappeared like a fart in the wind. But I definitely, according to Dr. Collier, who I love and trust, I just don't think a personal good friend of mine and my doctor would tell me anything that would jeopardize my health. So
the fact is that you consulted a doctor on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm talking about, Jeff, I'm not just talking about consulted. Like, he broke it down to the science and showed me graphics and charts and how it worked. And then I got a frat brother that live here in Birmingham that I talked to on Facebook. And the way he break it down and explain the vaccination, the way that it kills, not kills the cell, but it put like something around the cell where the cell can't attack, your body. And just, once you get that kind of information, you feel comfortable and safe. And I definitely would get the vaccine. Vaccine if it was offered to me. I almost said Vaseline.
Well, no, and I appreciate that, and I want us to have more of these conversations as opposed to just shouting at each other somebody else's talking points. And so let me say this, Rick, because I know I got to rush out of here. Second thing I got is I think the Grammys should go to hell for
why you say that?
Tiffany Haddish. For asking Tiffany Haddish to host for free.
Right.
Like, that's insane.
Well, do they pay people to host? Is that a thing? Do they pay anybody to host?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The bottom, Rick, come on. You're going to tell me right now, if the Grammys called you and said, we want you to host the Grammys this year for free because it's virtual, all your people will be like, oh, hell yeah, we just glad to get the opportunity.
Right.
No.
Right.
Your folks would call you cussing them out, telling you what they had the nerve to do. And they're not doing that when they call Ellen. They're not doing that when they call these other folks. And so just the fact that we should be happy to get access to their audience, when the reality is the reason you called her in the first place is because you understand her value to your audience.
That's right, Jeff.
And to, on to one end, say you're valuable enough for us to ask you to host it, and then in the same breath say, but could you do it for free? I cannot in any way, shape, or form understand, validate, co-sign on how that is anything but offensive. And there's just no track record of you doing that with anybody else. I don't care if it's a pandemic. You and I both know people are offering lower prices for the pandemic, but not free. Man, this is what she does. So I'm just saying, Rick, I'm sorry if I'm on one, but that sister is too valuable to our community. She's too valuable to the industry. She's too talented, and she's paid too many dues for them to come to her like that. And we should all, and they owe her an apology, and they owe her a public one. So that's where I am on that. Before I get out of here, y'all know it's the holiday season. This is an incredibly difficult time for a lot of people under normal circumstances with COVID and isolation and you know, economic insecurity. It's even more difficult time. Please check on your people, find out how they're doing, and find out how they're doing for real. Provide them with resources and support during this time. The holidays are a wonderful time, but they can also be an incredibly difficult time for a lot of us. Please make sure that you're intentional about seeing how your folks are and loving them, even if it's from a distance. Y'all can hit me at Jeff's Nation on all social media. Rick, I love you, brother. I appreciate y'all. And I'll check you on
love you
Thursday.
too, Jeff, man. Appreciate you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Jeff Johnson, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, listen, y'all. Listen to this. Listen. I got to talk about this for a minute. I apologize.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we did karaoke last night at the Stardome.
Uh-huh.
Right? B. Brian, pray for my friend, brother. He's getting over COVID-19, so my DJ wasn't there. Mm-hmm. So I get a text message from Arthur Beard. He's a musician about to have his doctorate degree in piano, organ, music, whatever. He said, hey, I just want to come hang out. I'm just going to bring my keyboard. I'm going to bring a drummer. And we just going to sit, you know, over there on the side and just kind of have fun and have food and drinks, but we just going to play and back you up or whatever. So I got the karaoke lady kind of DJing, playing the music when they come on stage, and Arthur Beard, Dr. Arthur Beard, on stage. Pastor Owaski Moore was there, and it was just a great night. So, I'm going through the list or whatever. I bring this lady on stage. I didn't know who she was. And I said, where are you from? She said, my name is West Love. And I said, where are you from? She said, I think she finna say a side of Birmingham. She said, I'm from Valdosta, Georgia. So what you telling me, you drove 5 hours from Valdosta, Georgia to Birmingham to perform. So I'm cracking jokes, say, hey, she had on a Magic City Classic outfit. You know what I do when I bring them on stage. I'm going to throw a little shade or whatever, mess with them, everybody about their drip. Like that's what we do. We comedians. This lady, Brett, and it made me feel so good because Betty Wright is like my real auntie. I've been doing Jazz in the Gardens for the past 7-8 years, and that's the one thing I look forward to, going backstage, finding Auntie Betty Wright, rest in peace. This lady is one of the most soulful singers, and she sung Tonight is the Night and completely destroyed the Stardome. They are right at the Stardome right now, rebuilding it. Brick masonries are out there. They out there rebuilding the Stardome. This lady came from Valdosta. They drove 5 hours. It's a lady that comes drive 3 hours from Mississippi. Buses be coming from Chattanooga. And people just come from all over the country to come. Like somebody was there last night, was from Baltimore. Got on a plane, bought a plane ticket, and came. This so Brett, you know what? You know my heart, right?
I know.
I said, hey, instead of doing karaoke night or whatever, we're gonna just let you put on a whole concert. So I said, you get with Arthur Beard, and y'all, we're gonna bring you in a day early. I'll pay for your hotel room. Let y'all rehearse. Everybody on Looped In was watching. Everybody that come from out of town, if they come on stage and sing, I always put money in their pocket, where they can either get a hotel or get gas money to drive, because people be driving back home that night, right? You know what I'm saying? So it was just a blessing. Then we ain't gonna worry about the song Super Day. We'll play it later. Then it was a man there, and I'm about to get tears in my eyes, was from Killeen, Texas. So he got these long dreads that went all the way down like Jamaican dreads, where they don't go get them twisted up every week, right? So he came on stage, and I'm thinking he gonna sing like No Woman, No Cry. He sung Prince, Purple Rain, and him looking like Wycliffe but singing Prince, Purple Rain. It was one of the funniest damn things ever. And I said, what bring you here to Birmingham from Killeen, Texas? He said, I came to Birmingham to bury my mother. And I'm like, bruh, are you serious? I said, so what you telling me is you came to Birmingham to bless us with your talent when you had a loss. And I said, come on back up on stage. Man, we raised we gave him some money. We gave him a stack of money. I raised money. Pastor Moore was there. I threw Pastor Moore the mic. He just gave the man just a good, quick word. The man was just sitting over there at a table by himself. crying because he came to Birmingham to bury his mother and stopped by karaoke to sing for us. And it was just one of the most blessed nights of my whole career, just watching all of this talent, all of these young people go on stage and have a good time. It was like a big party last night. I knew I had to do radio. I did not even want to leave last night. So I'm going to announce the date on Rickey Smiley. And God bless that man. I hope you make it back to Killeen, Texas, safe. Put some money in his pocket. He can pay some bills and do something. And I just told him that we love you. We don't know you, but we know you now, and we love you. And you always can come to karaoke. You just come to karaoke. You ask for me. You have a permanent ticket, because I just can't imagine, because I'm getting ready to go home to my mother. You know, so I just wanted to bless him and all of my friends and supporters that come out to karaoke. It was just the best thing ever. And so I'm going to announce today what's the concert date for West Love to do. She is a real performer, Brad. She's serious. Wow. So I let some of the other karaoke people going to sing background for her. They're going to have a rehearsal, and she's going to do a mini concert. It's going to be on Looped In, and that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to announce it today, probably around noon on Rickey Smiley Official. So those tickets going to go up on sale, and if they blow up, we'll do an extra night and do an extra show. So we're going to have fun with this and let this lady make some money and pay everybody. And I'm just excited just watching developing all this new talent. And I just thank God for the platform to get other people opportunity, you know, because somebody gave me an opportunity. So I just had to tell that story because it's just on my heart. And we need some feel-good stories like that with everything that's going on. You know what I mean?
Amen.
So shout out to everybody, West Love, everybody in Valdosta. Thank y'all for sending her. The young man from Macon, Georgia that came 2 weeks ago, Dr. Arthur Beard, one of the greatest organists ever, and the drummer and the other keyboardists that you brought. We had fun, Brett. And you got to hear the male version of Call Tyrone, but it's called Call Simone. This dude, nephew, smashed it last night. He called Simone. It's the funniest. You know, that's the Erica version already funny, but man, listen, nephew went up on stage, man, with his hat to the back and did Call Simone, and he spoke up for the band, so we're going to have all of that. So I'm just excited. I just feel good about last night. I woke up with energy. I couldn't even sleep, excited about this young lady's career. All right, y'all, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Kiki, how does the song make you feel, Kiki?
What?
How does the song make you feel inside, Kiki?
It makes me feel good because I want a Christmas gift. What you gonna get me?
I'm trying to find you one of those PS5.
Don't start it now.
No, I'm trying to find you PS5, Kiki.
Man, get Kiki a Dollar Tree gift card.
Say what?
You ain't giving me. No, you don't try me like that, Special K. Don't try me.
A gift card from the 99-cent store. $10.
Some business. I don't bought everything out of there, so I have something else to get me.
Right. Kiki, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. I'm blessed. I'm highly flavored.
Right.
Flavored?
Yes, I'm highly flavored.
Yes, Kiki.
Kiki, do you have all your kids' Christmas stuff, or you need an OG?
I need a sugar daddy because I got that gift. It's just at the stove.
Right.
I need you to go get it.
At the stove.
No, Kiki. If you go down to the American Legion on Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. Hold on, I'm writing this down. Go down to the where?
American Legion or
American Legion.
Or Friday night at the Elks Lodge. If they cell phone is clipped to their side and they have a Miami Dolphins jersey tucked in their church pants, I'm sure.
Why that sound like an old folks home? Why you trying me?
Hey, you want them toys, don't you?
Yeah.
You want the PS5, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, then you need to go down to the American Legion. If the club smell like Jupe Cologne and Polo.
Jupe Cologne? Stop, Ricky. Stop.
Perry Ellis, Lagerfield.
I ain't heard of them cologne since the Old Testament.
Canoe.
It's all of them gonna be in there. Bloodshot red, full of them rhino pills.
Man, you play too doggone much.
say all her kids' toys still at the store.
They still at the store. It sounds better when you say it.
Yeah, I got them, but they
Go ahead, get your little laugh on. Get your.
Rhino pills will have your eyes bloodshot.
Oh, I'm glad it's funny.
Kiki, all of them gonna be in there. Everybody, all of them gonna have a headache because they done popped them right on.
Hey, they pop gas station pills? Is that what you said? Oh, I'm so glad this is funny to y'all. Oh, gas stations so rhino pills.
I'm sorry, Kiki. Now, Kiki, you got three things to let you know that your best friend is jealous.
Yes. Yes, I do. And let me get started because this here need to be said.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with number 3, okay? They say stuff like, oh, okay, I see you done bought you a little car. No car. No, chick, I bought a car. Don't try to say love.
Right.
I hate that.
Right. And number 2.
Oh, my nerves. Number 2, they say stuff like, oh, boss, I see you done bought I was going to buy that same dress, but I said, nah, it's kind of outdated, but it look good on you. It look good on you. I'm glad I ain't bad. It look good on you.
And then what's your number 1?
And the number one thing, the joke stuff girls say, your own girls say to make you know that they jealous. They say stuff like, must be nice. I see the man done took you on a little trip. Oh, even though in the past, you know what? Never mind. If you happy, I'm happy, girl. That's all I got. No. Say what you was going to say, sis. You big and bad. Say. You know what? I'm cool. Bruh, I'm good. Lesson learned it. I'm good. Lesson learned it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, those are 3 things. If your girlfriend, if the homie is jealous, so that's 3 things to look out for. Kiki, let everybody know how you can be followed.
I can be followed and founded at the American Legion and the F Lodge. If you looking for me.
Hey, Kiki, Maestro Powell gonna be there.
Oh, then let me get the hell on to the elk den. If Maestro Powell from Walbasso, Florida. Shout out to the Walbasso Wildcats. That's where he went to school.
Y'all give it up for Kiki. Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 27 minutes after the hour. Y'all, the segment's being brought to you by My Computer Career. Family, if you don't absolutely love what you do, go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. Here's your front page. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. Over 3 million coronavirus vaccines from Pfizer will be distributed across the U.S. this week, and the Moderna vaccine will go through the FDA process this week as well. The number of deaths from COVID-19 is now over 300,000. That is one person dying every minute. In addition to hospitals, funeral homes, and morgues are now overwhelmed. The vaccines are good news, but experts continue to urge you to mask up. And as expected, President-elect Joe Biden was declared the winner of the 2020 election when the Electoral College voted yesterday. Now, Congress still has to formally count the votes on January 6th, but Biden won the count 306 to 232. Now, in other news, as Trump vows not to give up, his appointed Attorney General, William Barr, announced that he will resign before Christmas. Also, President-elect Joe Biden will be in Georgia today to help boost turnout for John Ossoff and Reverend Raphael Warnock in the Senate runoff elections. Early voting started yesterday and will end on January the 1st. And last, do not forget that today is the last day of open enrollment for Obamacare. So if you do not have insurance, go to healthcare.gov to apply. All right, that's what's going down in your news. For more, log on to the Rickey Smiley morningshow.com. Rocky T, what's going on in sports?
All ready for Shetty. Monday Night Football went down last night, and it was a heavyweight dog fight. Baltimore Ravens, big up to Raven Nation, man, for beating the Browns. But I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all, the Browns are for real. Yes, indeedy, I'm putting it on it. Rock Teasy putting a stamp on the Cleveland Browns. They for real. They something to be reckoned with. Big up to Lamar Jackson for rushing for 124 yards. In the meantime, the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says even with COVID-19 vaccines now being distributed to hospitals nationwide, NFL players and personnel will not be jumping the lines for vaccinations before the Super Bowl, which is going to happen February the 7th. Last but not least, Chicago Bears defensive lineman Mario Edwards Jr. has been charged with assault over an alleged domestic violence incident with a woman in a North Carolina hotel room. Now, the woman claims that Mario got violent with her when she turned down his sexual advances. Mario is claiming BS on the allegations and says that he is the real victim, claiming that the woman was the aggressor. So I'm going to continue to follow this story, and we'll keep you guys posted on that situation. So what I got for sports, man, follow my social media platforms at Rock T Holla. The Brat got the hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show at the bottom of the hour, y'all. Hey, this segment is being brought to you by Bank of America. That's right, cash rewards, credit card, earn 3% cash back on online shopping for all the essentials in your life. Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Nielsen has released its 2020 top 10 list of the most watched telecasts and series. For cable, Paramount Network's Yellowstone topped the list, followed by The Masked Singer and ABC's and NCIS FBI and Blue Bloods. Overall, this year's consumers 18 and older just spent shy of 6 hours each day watching videos and TV. Moving on, y'all. Yesterday, Michael Jackson's estate won an appeal in court over HBO's Leaving Neverland. This will allow the estate to pursue arbitration in the suit against HBO. As previously reported, the estate sued the network for $100 million and argued that the documentary had broken a 27-year-old confidentiality clause from 1992's Dangerous concert film. The film focuses on allegation that Michael Jackson had sexually abused minors. So congratulations to the estate of Michael Jackson. And last but not least, y'all, Mike Tyson is feeling a little guilty about Tupac's death because he pressured him to come to the fight that night. Now, the night Tupac was shot, Tyson had fought Bruce Seldon in 1996. And in an interview, Tyson said that he wanted to walk into the ring with a custom Tupac track, and he begged Pac to bring him the recording on tape. He said it was really a bad day when that happened. It really was bad. I felt a little guilty about him coming to the fight, me pressuring him, saying, hey, you gonna bring the tape? Don't forget the tape. Don't forget the tape. He said, Mike said after that fight, he planned to meet Tupac at Club 662, but he decided not to go because he had recently had a baby and decided to go home to his family. Oh, man. I know he do got to feel some type of way because maybe had Tupac not went to the fight, that stuff wouldn't have happened. But you never know. It's all in God's hands, and it's all a part of God's plan. So we're going to wrap up the hot spot right there, y'all. Coming up next, we got Yanetta Spring with Talk It Out Tuesday, and we got the Praise Mix Down. Coming up next, I already said that, we got Yanetta Spring with Talk It Out Tuesday, and we got the Praise Mix Down, just in case you didn't hear me the last time. The time now, y'all, is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Richard Smiley Morning Show.
It's Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, I am so excited, man. Today is Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring. Hey, Yanetta, good morning.
Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing?
Man, we blessed. We so happy to have you this morning. So listen, we are 10 days away from Christmas, and families are like facing serious dilemma. You know, should we gather family members despite the risk of COVID-19 pandemic, or play it safe and cancel, or scale things way down at the expense of, holiday tradition. And, if you don't get together and visit with family, there's a loss that you feel. Some people have already had losses. But if you do, somebody gets sick or worse, there's a greater loss. So, help us through this.
Yeah, it's tough because, I know a lot of us, I know me including, are missing our families. We're missing being able to, really be safe and get together. And I think a lot of us are ready to just wrap this year up and stick a bow on it. I know I am, because this has been a long year. But like I mentioned last week, this month we are, the theme on Springport Counseling Instagram is December Decisions. So if you're following, you know that that's our theme for the month, and we are making wise decisions as we wrap this year up. Deciding what we want to take into the new year, deciding what we need to leave here. And one thing I want everybody to do is, I want you guys to repeat after me, okay? So I want you guys to say, I can make wise decisions.
Make wise
decisions.
Because I have a wise mind.
A wild mind.
A wise mind.
We apologize for the delay. The internet got everybody's microphone slow. But
It's fine. I bet you it's going to sound amazing.
Hold on.
No.
Rick said he got a wild mind.
He said he got a wild mind, not a wise mind.
Who said that?
You.
Rick,
Oh, my bad.
I wanted you all to say that because I think it's important that what we speak is important, and that you have the ability and the capability to make wise decisions. So I'm gonna share with you guys what a wise mind is, because I use this in therapy all the time with my clients, and it just helps them to improve their ability to make sensible decisions. Right? A wise mind is basically the intersection between the emotional mind and the logical mind, right? So the emotional mind is just strictly driven by your emotions. If you're angry, you're going to move in that direction. If you're sad, you're going to make decisions based off of that, right? The logical mind, or the rational mind, is looking at logic and reasoning. It's looking at science, it's looking at research, it's looking at statistics and past experience to make its decisions and guide its actions, okay? But the wise mind takes all of that into consideration, right, along with intuition, and it's going to make decisions based off of everything, right? Because if you're too logical, you're going to miss things. If you're too emotional, you're going to miss things as well. But a wise mind is balanced, right? And it's able to consider our feelings as well as our facts, okay?
Right.
As well as the facts, right? And I know we get caught up on traditions, right? But traditions are great until they aren't.
Right.
So if it's a tradition that is detrimental to your health and your well-being, or if your tradition could be detrimental to the health and well-being of somebody else, then it's time to create a new tradition. All right? Because
Absolutely.
And I think 2020 has kind of taught us that we've had to create new traditions. We've had to evolve in our traditions and be flexible, just to help us discover, what's the right thing to do or what's the best thing to do. So, as a therapist, it's not my job to tell people what to do. A lot of people get that mixed up. That's not our job. It's our job to lay everything out and shine a light on the situation in dark places or whatever the case may be, so that you can make a wise decision. And you guys said it. Everybody said it. We're capable of doing that. So I'm going to share with you guys a few questions that you can ask yourself just to ensure that you're making wise decisions, okay? So the first thing is to stop and take a deep breath, because if you're anxious, then your decision-making is going to be off. It's going to be skewed. And you can't make good decisions when your emotions are dysregulated. So just stopping, kind of gathering yourself, taking a deep breath first. The next thing I want you to do is kind of look at what's the bigger picture. So step out of the frame. Sometimes when we're too close to a situation, it makes it harder and it can impair our judgment. So step back and look at the bigger picture, right? The next thing to ask yourself is, what is the consequences of my actions? Short-term consequences and potential long-term consequences, right? And then ask yourself, what's going to be the best response for me, for others, and then for the overall situation? And then lastly, considering all of those questions you just asked yourself, what's going to be the most helpful and effective thing to do? And that may seem like a tedious process, but just writing it down, it really getting to the root of everything and asking yourself those questions can really help you make a wise decision. If you need these questions, I'm going to share them on my social media so you don't have to worry about remembering them. But as we approach the holidays, I really want us to be careful not to let our desires and the desires of others override the reality of our situation right now. Okay? We can make wise decisions, but if you struggle in that area, you know, you may be dealing with something deeper. And as always, like I say, you may have to dig it up and get to the root of it by going to therapy.
There it is, man. Oh, that's some good information. And let everybody know how they can follow you.
Yeah, so you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Springforth Counseling. You can follow my YouTube page, Yanetta Spring, or you can text the word SPRING to 55444 to receive resources.
And next week, Yanetta Spring is going to be coming on talking about are people that wear creases in their jeans are nicer. That's next Tuesday. And the mindset behind that.
Yeah, it just takes like some real patience, you know, and intention to put a crease in your pants.
Man, if you don't get off the phone, hey, get off the phone. Bye. Bye. Have a nice day. I can't see you with the foolishness. I'm having to do this.
All right, love y'all. Watch out for those creases. Watch out.